What's up, guys? My name is Sean Hussain. I'm an emerging technology specialist here at Dell EMC, and today I'd like to take a few moments of your time to discuss some of the challenges that applications as well as IT professionals are facing on a day-to-day basis in regards to having a traditional type of architecture. Also, I kind of want to take a deep dive into some of the advancements here at Dell EMC we're making to our own architecture, specifically speaking about the PowerMax. Now let's take a step right in. A lot of these companies and partners that we're in communication with, they're really starting to release these next gen as well as mission critical apps. So making sure that they release these applications with the highest performance possible is critical for the application success. Now I want you guys to know that an application is only as good as it is available. And we know natural disasters happen all the time, so ultimately it's an uncontrollable variable. Making sure that when availability is suffering these downtime or latency issues, we want to make sure that business continuity is still up and running. Now, it's also important to know who's actually facing these challenges within their department. And those are going to be your IT professionals. They're going to be facing these challenges in order to make the company more successful, to be able to handle all that data within their environment. So I'm sure we're all familiar with the company lifecycle. Starts off with the execution or startup stage, goes into the growth, maturity, and finally decline stage. So majority of our partners that are within the execution to growth stage, they're all trying to make sure that their business is able to be scaled for as long as possible within these two stages. Secondly, we've done our research and concluded with the fact that a lot of customers are willing to invest in a product or service that at the end of the day will reduce their risk of day-to-day operations. Now, we took this research one step further and found out that in order to acquire a customer for life, it's going to take cost efficiency. And lastly, we know there's a lot of data centers can be very complex, and let alone infrastructures being pretty intricate. So making sure that we're able to offer CIOs as well as IT professionals to propose a simple solution for them to be used on a day-to-day basis is one mission that we believe is very important. So here at Dell EMC, we truly believe within our architecture, and we were able to prove that by innovating through our architecture, which not only solves all these challenges you see here on the board, but also creates many success stories at the end of the day. Which is like, I would like to use one customer of ours, Memorial Hermann. Memorial Hermann hospitals are really prevalent within the south area of the nation. They started utilizing dual controller architecture at first. So after many months and a couple of years, they started seeing that their capacity was filling up to the top. But with this architecture, it really allows you to scale up by adding drives to utilize this extra capacity. However, let's be honest, this is not a sustainable option at the end of the day. Memorial Hermann was then forced to invest in another piece of array, utilizing more capacity. However, this does not allow them to scale out. Scaling out really refers to aggregating not just capacity, but also performance capability, making sure that it's on a one-to-one ratio in regards to making sure that there's no performance bottlenecking or performance segregation. So with this, here at Dell EMC, we really recognize the opportunity within architecture, and we dealt with a lot of these concerns dual controller architecture users were having by innovating through our multi-controller architecture. Memorial Hermann started using this for many years and started seeing that the capacity was filling up all the way. But with this, they were given the opportunity now to invest in another brick. And what this brick will allow you to do is pull all your resources together, all that data and everything like that, and act as one infrastructure. So at the end of the day, they were able to utilize all this extra capacity, but also aggregate all performance of controllers for one infrastructure, allowing them to not only scale up, but also scale out. With one infrastructure, you not only have one point of management, one update, as well as a single vendor approach. So now if there's any errors or any faults you're having with your array, you only need one number to call on for all your IT needs and solutions. Now I would like to show you why our multi-controller architecture, specifically with Memorial Hermann, helped them out with dealing with a lot of these challenges and really alleviating them all within the company. First, going into performance, I'd like to mention that PowerMax now offers NVMe as well as storage class memory. We do offer our customer storage class memory capabilities. Storage class memory will be available later this year or possibly next year. So making sure that all our customers and clients are, ready with that technology built in is great, and keeping them ahead of the game. NVMe is essentially a protocol which allows maximum efficiency and effectiveness to write to your flash drives. Now, having it end-to-end, however, allows you to utilize NVMe OF, which basically feeds maximum potential within your array. Also within performance, we have inline data services. Data services include your deduplication and compression ratios. So having it inline allows you to really take care of all your data services before anything is written to flash, which is very convenient. For availability, we're able to achieve 6 nines of availability, which accounts for less than 32 seconds of downtime in a given year. And we're able to kind of achieve this less than 32 seconds of downtime due to 2 things. Through non-disruptive upgrades as well as fault isolation. With traditional architecture, you were supposed to kind of upgrade your architecture by taking it offline, but now you're able to do it seamlessly while your workload is being processed by your array. With fault isolation, your PowerMax will be able to kind of notice whenever there is a fault or an error within the system, isolate that part within a given controller, and make sure that the rest of the PowerMax is being able to process those workloads efficiently. Going into business continuity, the PowerMax features SRDF, which basically writes to 2 active data sites. What this means is that in the event of a natural disaster, one site goes down, it's able to process all the data and workload into another site to make sure that no end users are experiencing any downtime. Also within business continuity, we have AEP. AEP stands for Advanced Error Protection. This technology within the PowerMax makes sure that there's no corruption of data as it's being lived and stored within your PowerMax. Now going into IT challenges, we want to make sure that there's different variations of our product to make sure that all our customers are satisfied. We believe here at Dell EMC that no one company's problems are the same as another one's. So being able to offer different models is something that we take pride in. So as I mentioned, we're able to scale out with performance and capacity needs. Now I want you guys to take note that 90% of this data that is created in this world was developed in the last 2 years. So with that, we want to make sure that companies, that our clients' businesses are able to scale with all this data growth, even it's growing exponentially. With our PowerMax 1 model, we're able to offer them a PowerMax 2000, which allows you to scale up to 2 bricks, allowing you the performance of 4 controllers, and is 1 petabyte effective. With the PowerMax 8000, it allows you to scale up to 16 controllers for performance and is 4 petabytes effective. Going into cost efficiency, we offer our customers a 3-to-1 data reduction ratio, making sure that they don't have to really spend all this capital expenditures as far as buying flash memory to making sure that all their data will be stored. What 3-to-1 really means is that if you have 30 terabytes of storage, you're able to really utilize your data services to kind of compress it within 10 terabytes. Also within cost efficiency, we have SCM through tiering. Here at Dell EMC, we were the first to actually tier through flash. So making sure that when our customers are prepared for storage class memory, we're the first ones to be on top of it, and we believe that we have the most efficient way to actually perform this within our PowerMax. Lastly, going into simple, Our PowerMax features Cloud IQ, which basically compiles the best practices and best ways to actually handle your array. It will also send you notifications and alerts if those are necessary. Also within Simple, we offer online migration. In order to migrate data within the traditional architectures, you're supposed to take your array offline in order to migrate. However, with the PowerMax, you have seamless migrations through online, one click of a button. And lastly, within Simple, we have consolidation at scale, which means you can take data from many different types of areas and put it all onto one platform, allowing it to consolidate within the PowerMax. Now, I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but what I want to do right now is set you up with one of our representatives